Greetings and welcome back to Doctor Who Revisited, where I go through every single episode of Doctor Who from 1963 all the way to 2022 and review them. And this next episode is The Mutants. I like this episode. I don't love it. I mean, it's a really fun John Pertwee era episode. It's another one of those episodes that flesh out and highlights the Earth Empire, as it's now known in Doctor Who, or rather, the first great and bountiful human empire, as it was retroactively renamed. This episode actually takes place towards the tail end of the first great and bountiful human empire's, dominance in galactic center, galactic area, or whatever. It's nice. I mean, we do get some returning actors in it, but there's nothing too much to highlight from this episode. I love the set design. The set design looks incredible. It's a very, very colorful episode, and I love the contrast between the metallic coldness of the space station orbiting the planet and the actual caves on the planet. And once we actually get further deeper into the caves, the overabundance of colors deeper into the cave. I love the contrast between those two. I like that. It's, like I said, it's some very great set design. It's kind of funny that at this point the Doctor is so used to the Time Lord sending him on missions and stuff that this pod just shows up randomly in his lab and is like, "Oh no, here we go again. Let's take this and see who it belongs to." So yeah, I like that usage. And again, reminder, this is edging very, very close to the end of the Doctor's exile, because next season, like that's when the three Doctors happened and the Time Lords lift the Doctor's exile on Earth. So I like that at this point the Doctor is already used to being sent on missions by the Time Lords. But that's really basically the catalyst that starts this whole story. It's just the Time Lords have another mission for the Doctor, and he just shrugs off and goes to do it. So that's basically it for the episode. I think the main villain of the piece, the Governor, is another good example of the quote unquote quintessential Doctor Who villain that I keep mentioning every single time that we run across this concept. Like this no nonsense, very cold and calculated villain, complete disregard for human life. There's not much he wouldn't do to obtain his ultimate goal, which in this case is power and control. And I feel like he was brought out very, very well, both writing wise, directing wise, and acting wise. But yeah, I like the other natives of the planet that I can't remember at the moment. And I love the story of their mutation is just a natural phenomenon that was accelerated by human meddling, because guess what? That's what humans do. They ruin stuff by meddling in things that they don't understand. So I feel it's very, very relevant villain plot. It's very political as well. So I got no problem with that. I think it's very similar to Colony in Space, oddly enough taking place around the same general time period area, I should say. I kind of feel like Colony in Space did it better. I mean, the main addition that they have in this episode is the evolutionary part of it, which also falls into another Third Doctor trope, with the idea of these themes of Buddhism and the ideas of rebirth and rejuvenation and being reborn as something else. Those themes are very prevalent in this episode. Just again, I don't think it's a great episode. I mean, it drags on for a bit, and some of the side characters just really get shafted for no good reason at all. It's great to see Lobot in this episode, the actual real Lobot. And guess what? Unlike Empire Strikes Back, he actually has some speaking lines in this episode, so we actually get to hear what the actor sounds like. But other than the novelty of just having Lobot in a Doctor Who episode, there really isn't much I can say about this episode. Again, speaking of that character, I love the character's design, and I love the the scientist character, even though he's a bad guy, I love his conflict and conviction all throughout the episode, and I love all the scenes between him and the Doctor. But other than that, there really isn't much to say about this episode. I mean, it's another one of those, if the Doctor wouldn't have been there, everything that happened in it would have still happened. It just, the Doctor being there accelerated things and made things better just by being there. But according to what they say in this episode, the evolutionary process would have happened regardless. So it does lead us to the Deus Ex Machina moment, with Kai becoming the ultimate godlike angel that just disintegrates the governor or whatever his name is out of existence or whatever. Yeah, there's some really weird stuff happening in this episode, but I do like some of it. But again, like I said, I don't necessarily dislike any of the John Pertwee era episodes. Just, I like some better than others, and this is one of the ones that I like the least, but I still like it. So that's all I can say. I like the design of the mutants, so the monsters, especially the in between moments with all the mutations starting to happen with other people on the planet. But yeah, it's a fun episode. It's a nice serial. We get to see more of the Earth Empire, flesh that concept a little bit further. But that's about it. There's not much else I can say about it. So I think this is gonna wrap it up. This is gonna be a very short one. This might actually be the shortest review I've ever done for any episode of this series. There's not much to say. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll have more to say on the next one. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hi there. Thank you for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. I'll see you next time.